You get home, you're talking about what's for dinner. It's about to be a fist. It's about to be a it's about to be a knuckle sandwich for dinner. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another Reddit Am I the A-hole thread. You know? Okay. For the past 5 months, me and my friend, call him Tom, had a trip to Dubai planned. We were going to fly there with business class and with our credit card points. We got a beautiful spot in the marina. However, last minute, he said he wants to bring his stepbrother. Now, his stepbrother has a history of stealing, and I seen him do it when we were in Miami together, but I don't want to be there if he tries it in the Middle East. I told Tom I am not going with him and that if he comes, I'll cancel. Now Tom and his brother are calling me a racist. Tom's stepbro's black. Tom's brother said that he is not going to do that stuff there, and I don't want to take that risk, especially when the consequences are so high. This is getting to the point where I think Tom said he'll cut me off if I cancel on him. Tom's brother is already telling people I'm a racist. That's funny, but yeah, I don't think you're the a-hole. Like, first of all, if we're planning a trip for time, and then towards right when the trip is about to happen, you want to spring somebody on me, I'm well within my right to be like, you tried it, don't try it. Like, 1000%. If you wanted this person to come on the trip, you should have said that right when we were starting to plan the trip, right when we were even talking about it. No, you don't get to switch up that fast. All that stealing stuff, I don't know. Like, that too, it's true. Like, I don't want to go somewhere with someone who doesn't know how to act in public. So if you have a history of not knowing how to act, you're not going out with me. So sorry, I don't care. Call me what you want. But yeah, and if your friend is willing to end the friendship over this, that's literally your fault. If you should have told me from the jump, you don't get to spring somebody on me like that. So no. Am I the a-hole for snapping at my brother's wife and telling her she's not a better mom just because she's older? Off the rip, I don't think so, but let's see if my opinion changes. I, female 19, had a baby girl 6 weeks ago. My fiance and I decided to take some time off by ourselves to bond with our baby by ourselves, and also so I could heal a little. Neither of our families have met our baby yet, so we decided to let them meet her this week. Our parents and my 2 older brothers came. One of them is married, his wife, female 32, and him have 2 kids, 5 and 2. So I admit that especially the first week was super hard. I found it particularly hard to find a comfortable position to nurse. My baby wouldn't latch correctly, it hurt, you name it. But now I got better at it. My fiance and I are trying to teach our baby to take the bottle just in case, but so far she hasn't shown any interest in it. She starts crying and refuses to nurse with the bottle, so I'm exclusively breastfeeding her. Well, all of this to say that when our families visited us, my sister-in-law started being very annoying about it. She kept telling me that the way I was holding my baby was wrong, that the way I was laying her was wrong, and that she shouldn't latch like that. All kinds of stuff which started adding up, and I was very annoyed at her during the visit. She asked me about pumping and if I've tried. I said that I have to pump sometimes, but that usually either we drink the milk, which BTW she said was nasty. I agree, but or that I would throw it in the sink since my baby doesn't want to feed if it's not from my breast. She told me that it is because I'm doing it wrong. She said I have to pump. And force my baby to drink it by not giving in. Basically let her be hungry until she uses the bottle. I'm no mom, but that sounds funky. She said that she did that for her kids and that a bottle was best because my breast would look bad afterwards if I let my baby breastfeed all the time. I told her that I won't do that since I won't let my baby go hungry, obviously. She said that she's helping since I know nothing, and I very clearly told clearly need the help because I'm a child with a child. Well, she had been annoying me all day and I snapped at her. I told her who does she think she is and that she's not a better mom just because she's older than me, that in fact, real, I think she's worse since she admitted to letting the kids go hungry. Real. We got into an argument because she was very offended by what I said. Everyone was trying to calm us down, but then she said that my brother was right. Then she said that my brother was right and that I was a spoiled brat who thinks I know better than anyone else. I was kind of shocked because that means that my brother is talking behind my back. So I got even more upset and I told her that both of them are bitter, sad people. My fiance then kicked them out. I've got some time to calm down now, so I'm wondering if I went too far. Maybe I should have just said thanks to her advice and let it go. Perhaps my hormones and the lack of proper sleep is getting to me, and what I did was wrong. So I'm doing this post to hear some opinions. I'd rather talk about this with not biased people. Certain demographics think they're untouchable, and one of those major demographics is older people. They swear, like, just because you were roaming this earth while the dinosaurs were, that I just have to do everything you say, and you're really, really confused. But yeah, she was not the a-hole at all. She was completely in the right, and that's real. But yeah, I don't know. The whole, like, issues with women who are both mothers is always crazy to me, because it's like, this grandma, this old lady, you know, our favorite fossil fuel that was coming over, that knew this girl just had a baby, that knows what she's going through, that knows how exhausted she is postpartum. Like, this is the time where you want to be petty, you want to be catty, you want to be, If you were such a great mom, you would know, like, hey, even if I need to give her advice, I need to watch how I do it right now, because she's probably exhausted. She's probably got no sleep. Her body's probably on the brink. So no, grandma, no, ancestor. No, you're not right. Like, no. But yeah, I just feel like I already said, old people feel like they're untouchable. Some of them, obviously some of them are great and sweet, but the ones that just feel like you just have to do everything they say just because they are older. All right, girl. All right. But yeah, I don't think she's an a-hole. I don't think she went too far at all. I would have went further because, and even my brother is talking about me. No, she didn't go far enough. I would have went, listen, hello. But yeah, obviously motherhood is hard, and like, I feel like having a baby young is very hard, but it's not like she just like had a baby and like threw it on her grandma or something. Like, she has a fiance, like she's doing things the right way. Like, so I don't think she's doing what she can. And it's her first kid. Every single parent messes up with their first kid because it's the first kid. So this is a juicy one. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that I will prioritize my husband above her? Off rip, I think no, to a certain degree. Like, when you marry someone, you're one, so obviously that person has to take precedent essentially over everybody. So off the rip, I think no. Let's see if my opinion changes. Sorry about my English. That's okay, girl. Recently, my daughter, 7 female, had a health scare that required her to stay in the hospital for 5 days for tests. Fortunately, it was something smaller and not as scary as we feared. My daughter needed an adult to stay with her all night at the hospital, only one visitor at a time in the room from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. My husband can't be with my daughter all day because his job demands a lot, and we have our other son to take care of, 12 male. So we decided that I would be with our daughter all day. During his lunch hour, he stayed with us from 1 to 2. My sister and I are close. She is my daughter's godmother, and I have no doubt about her love for my daughter. She and my husband have their disagreements, and not that close, but nothing major. When my sister heard the news, she sent a message saying that she would like to help me stay with my niece, and I said I didn't need it. She asked if she could visit during lunch, which coincides with my husband's schedule. I said that at this time my husband comes to see us, but that she would be welcome at any time. She said she couldn't do it at a different time as she had to work, and asked if she and my husband could alternate a few days. I asked my husband about this, and he made it very clear that this is the only time he can and wouldn't give up, especially at such a stressful time. At the time, we didn't know it was something minor. I responded to my sister saying that unfortunately this schedule wouldn't work because of my husband, but that she was welcome at any other time. She said that we were being unfair because she would also like to see her goddaughter at this delicate moment, and it wouldn't hurt to give her a little time. And she mentioned that maybe she would think different if it were anyone else. Maybe he would think different if it were anyone else. I was honest here, saying that this wasn't about her and that I would give preference to my husband when visiting, but she is free to go at any other time. If that's not possible, she will have to respect that my husband comes first. She was not happy and said that we could compromise on her spending some time with my daughter, but we decided to be selfish and not realize that other people could also love my daughter and very much would like to have time to see her. In the end, And she managed to leave work early one day and stayed with us for 30 minutes. But to this day, 1 week later, she's still upset and avoiding long conversations with me. Am I the a-hole? Extra. Other people, my mother, mother-in-law, also wanted to visit at this time, but they understood why this was not available and went at other times. She was the only one who got angry. So I stand with my opinion. It's not even just like putting your husband first. That's literally the father of the child. So like, I don't know, this is really self-explanatory. Like it's not like it's just your husband. If it was something that was like trivial, it's like both of them had an event and you went to your husband's, you know, maybe you could apologize, be like, sorry girl, but he's the father of the child. Obviously he's gonna wanna look after the child on his little 1 hour lunch break. So, and she literally found time a different day. So she was definitely being dramatic. Am I the a-hole for saying I'd rather be dead than live without him? Hello. So me, male 33, and my wife, female 35, are laid in bed, and she said when she was at work, her and her coworker were asking hypothetical questions. First of all, like, I don't know, be careful with the hypotheticals, because having a real problem based off a hypothetical is kind of crazy. But the question was, if you were in an accident and they could somehow save your head in a jar, would you want that, or would you rather not be alive? To which I laughed and responded, I'd rather be dead than be a burden. This led to a different question about my legs and arms being amputated. I then said, to be honest, I could probably cope without an arm or a leg, but if I lost my wham, why did I say wham? But if I lost my real, I'd rather be dead. She took great offense to this and said I was selfish, not thinking of the kids, etc. So now apparently I'm the a-hole for thinking this. So am I the a-hole here? That is so stupid. No, you're not the a-hole. This is stupid. Like, you guys are adults. You're in your 30s. Why? Like, literally why? That's what I'm saying. Like, a hypothetical, you're really mad at me? Girl, I'm lying. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. Like, girl, it's not real. But yeah, I just clicked on it because I thought it was gonna be funny. It was. I don't think he's the a-hole. I think this is all very like aggressively could have been avoided and very trivial. And yeah, I just think not even trivial. I just think it's really stupid and juvenile. So I don't really get what's going on here. No, this one is really helping with the role of a woman and a man. Okay. Am I the a-hole for not cooking dinner for my husband while I was homesick? Oh no. I, 24 female, called into work sick today because I have a fever, aches, and a sore throat. Damn. My husband, 26 male, went to work and the only time he messaged me was to give me chores to do. While he was at work, I cleaned the entire house, mopped, cleaned the bathroom, did our laundry, etc. Oh my goodness. Oh, first, based off reading the title, no, I don't think she's the a-hole. Just 2 sentences into this, I'm thinking of a divorce. But let me stop. When he got home, I was in our bedroom putting our laundry away, and the first thing he asked was what was for dinner. I told him I spent the entire day doing the list that he sent me, so I haven't cooked yet. Yet? Honey, oh no. He got annoyed and said that since I was just home all day, I should have been able to do a simple task such as cooking. I said we can just order takeout or something, but he got upset. And went to his mom's for dinner. No, I don't know what I did wrong. I didn't call into work to be a housewife. I stayed home because I'm sick. Am I the a-hole here? So yeah, I do stand with my decision, not my decision, my thought process. I think a divorce is in order. There's just so many, like, there's just nothing good about this. There's like maybe in the other ones you can kind of like try to hold on to the humanity. There's no humanity here. I told you I was sick and I don't get no compassion. I'm feeling under the weather. Wow, you sent me a list of chores. You would have literally got like, I would have changed the locks. I would have called the lockman right there to change the locks. And you, no, that's crazy. So that already happens. That's insane. You get home, you're talking about what's for dinner. It's about to be a fist. It's about to be a knuckle sandwich for dinner. What? Oh my goodness. goodness. And the fact that he went to his mom is kind of making me scared that he has one of those like emotional incest relationships with his mom, where he's like, oh, I need a girl like my mom, like she worked and she was slaving every day, like that's what I need. No. Like, you know, my mom, my queen, my girl, not my queen, because my mom took care of me. Yeah, this is like I'm being so unserious because like it's just so obvious and it's so painful. Like, yeah, you're not the a-hole. You really do need a divorce. I'm like 99% sure that you need to consult with a divorce lawyer and see what your next steps are. And also this gets into another topic. I don't understand how we're both working, but I'm expected to cook dinner. We better both be in that kitchen. Are you like, what's going on? We better both be folding laundry. We better both be doing dishes. What's going on? Like, this whole idea that a woman is supposed to be the housewife, I'm like, that's cute if rent is being paid and I'm not employed. How are we both working? We're both working. When it gets to the work and paying bills, we're both doing it. But then you come home, you get to relax. I have to cook a meal? No, we're getting takeout or we're going hungry. What's going on? So yeah, like from top to bottom, this just doesn't make sense. Get free soon, fast, and in a hurry. That's my advice. Not even, no a-hole, that's not important. Get free. Okay. Finally, let me try to, take a man's side and really see the male perspective. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife to return at all? This is very, very, very generic. Like, I don't even have an idea of what's going on. My initial thoughts, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. My initial thought, Okay, realistically, probably not, because if you had to tell her to return it, then maybe she bought it like without letting you know, or like stole your card and ran or something. So initially, I'm gonna go with he's not the a-hole. Let's see if I, real. My pregnant wife, 26 female, and I, 35 male, are really struggling at the moment as I lost my job and my wife had to quit her job as she's suffering from hyperemesis gravidarum. We used up our savings and currently are living off our credit cards, but I've got a job lined up starting in March. My wife is very close to her sister, 31 female, and a few days ago she confided in her that we are struggling. Her sister has never liked me, but has always been polite to me. She has always kept me at arm's length despite my attempts to try to foster a warmer relationship. A few days ago, my sister-in-law came to visit while I was away, and she was appalled at the state of the house and the lack of baby supplies, as the baby room was bare bones and we hadn't bought many baby things. When I arrived back home, she had given me a lecture on taking better care of her sister and had scolded me for not getting ready for the baby. The next day, she came back and she bought things for the house and the baby. My wife also told her that we had to sell her car to pay off some bills and rent. Again, my sister-in-law had to show off. Again, my sister-in-law had to show off and she bought her car, and to top it all off, on Sunday, she sent her $50K and then texted her this. This is your money and your baby's. Do not use it on that man. If you need more, tell me and I'll send more. And remember, wherever I am, there's a home for you. I feel like her sister is trying to make me look like a failure, and I've expressed that to my wife. My wife and I argued about it, and in a fit of anger, my wife said that I only feel like a failure because I've been failing. She's not lying. I'm sorry. She's not lying though. I only feel like a failure because I've been failing. She has apologized since, but I still... No, this is not how I expected this to go. That was just gonna be like, my wife took the credit card and she went to Louis Prada Gucci. And I told her, return it. No. She has apologized since, but I still stand by telling her to return everything, as I feel like accepting her sister's so-called generosity is a way to manipulate my wife into thinking I'm a bad husband. Okay, yeah. Save the best for last, huh? I don't know where to begin. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real. I do think he's the I'm just gonna like be honest. I just need to spit it out. I do think he's the a-hole. I think there's a lot of suspect things going on here. The whole like age gap thing, but then the man doesn't have money financially. That always scares me a lot because that's just scary. You know, that doesn't really make sense to me. That's number one. So how are you like 10 years older than this girl and like your finances are doing up shaky? So that's number one to me. I'm sorry. I know it's superficial, but I have to be honest. That's number one for me. Your sister-in-law not liking you, I don't believe that comes out of nowhere. I don't believe I'm getting the full side to this story. You know what I mean? Like the other stories, they really got into it. They were like, oh, like, you know, my sister-in-law and my husband, they're beefing, woo-de-woo. She thought this, she thought that, whatever. Here you're just talking about, oh, my sister-in-law doesn't like me. I think there's a reason for that, especially for her to be that harsh. I don't believe, like, I'm sorry, but I have to be true. I don't believe that like everything's as fine as dandy as you try to make it seem, and your sister-in-law is just like, no, I hate him. Like he treats you so well and I just hate him. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? And yeah, this is suspect. This is your money and your babies. Do not use it on that man. She literally called you that man. No, you're playing. You're playing a little game. I don't know what game you're playing, but you're playing. What else? Yeah, like remember wherever I am, there's a home for you. Like, I don't know. Family doesn't just act that way. And that's the truth of the matter. So I do think you're the a-hole and I do think you're lying significantly. So yeah, and the whole return it, like your baby needs stuff, correct? You didn't get it, correct? What am I returning? I'm sorry, can we be real? Talking about, no, like, you're a suspect. She's trying to manipulate my wife into thinking I'm a bad husband. What do you mean? If you're treating that girl good, who is manipulating her into thinking anything? What are you talking about? Like, no. Like, genuinely, with this one, I really wanted to take a man's side and be like, yeah, but you're lying. You're literally lying. So you're the a-hole and a liar. Tell the truth. Leave young women alone. Yeah, that's all that I have to say. Fun episode, so thanks for watching.